Oh, hello. Welcome to the Husky Raid channel. My name's Tyler. I was about to kick back and enjoy my favorite piece of Destiny lore, the Book of Sorrows. Would you like to join me? Well, grab your favorite drink, sit back, relax, and let's enjoy Verse 1 of the Book of Sorrows. Verse 1, 1. Predators. Predators and menaces, carved to endure by Syzygy, third surviving sister of the Osmium King's last brood. A stormjoy. A stormjoy is a living cloud. When it passes over our continent, it lowers its feeding tentacles. On each tentacle are the bait stars. Although light makes you happy, you must avoid it. You will be eaten. A stormjoy is a good way for an old person to choose death. Also, a daring knight can cut the bait stars from the tentacles. I have 6. Falling. If you fall off the edge of the continent, you will die in the ocean. This is a special hazard when our father, the Osmium King, uses the engines. Helium drinkers. The currents of the fundament ocean bring us near other continents. The Helium Court is near now. They are of our species, but they are our enemies. Their knights raid us every day. Helium drinkers have 2 legs, 2 arms, and 3 eyes just like us. But they are bright, evil. I want to be a knight and fight them. The Helium drinker ambassador ate 10 of my sisters as tribute. This is normal. However, I resent it. Mothers. Mothers can fly. They live much longer than 10 years. Mothers are extremely smart, and they guard their spawn. If you try to tamper with the eggs, they will eat you. Sathana wants to eat the jelly and become a mother when she turns 4. Storms. The rain is often poisonous. Sometimes it dissolves flesh. When the lightning misses the lightning farm, it can vaporize a person. This entire world is deadly to us. Mysteries. The fundament is very large. We are the smallest things in it. If you don't understand something, it will probably kill you. My teacher Taux says this is why we have such short lives, so we can breed and adapt quickly. Moon waves. My sister Orash is afraid of moon waves. When she gets back from her expedition to the tungsten monoliths, I will ask her why. Verse 1, 2. The Hateful Verse. For the consideration of the Helium Court, written in desperation, this sealed secret. I am Taux, sterile mother, teacher to the children of the Osmium throne. As a mother, I live long. As a neuter, I can rise above the small battles of court politics. I alone see the patterns of survival. Alone, I design the great engines that move the Osmium Court. Now. Alone, I must act to save my kingdom. Senility has claimed my lord, the Osmium King. He is 10 and mad. The study of ancient text consumes him. Today he raves about moons above the storm. Tomorrow he will wander the halls speaking to his familiar, a dead white worm from the deep sea. He keeps it in glass, and he tends to it, and he neglects the duties of a king. The Osmium King has 3 surviving heirs, each 2 years old. Syzygy, the youngest and bravest, who wants to be a knight. Sathana, most clever, who wants to be a mother. Orash, navigator child, who dreams of the infinite ocean. Tomorrow she will return from the tungsten monoliths. None of these are suitable heirs. None of them will protect the Osmium Court from the howling fundament. Syzygy can fight, but not lead. Sathana can think, but not fight. Orash's curiosity will draw her away from duty. I fear for all future children. Soon the Osmium King will lock himself into the royal orrery to study the moons. Gather your knights, O helium drinkers, and invade our continent. Kill the three heirs. I will rule the Osmium Court as your regent, and build engines for you. And if I fail, let the Leviathan in the deep eat me. Written in grief, this hateful request, Taux, Osmium Mother, neutered to watch. Verse 1, 3. The Oath. Sisters, this is how an oath is done. Put your left hands on the mast, close to mine. Take the knife in your right hand, push it through your left hand, straight between the bones. Now, carve a bloodline down the mast. Speak your oath. I am Syzygy, youngest daughter of the dead king. I will take back my Osmium court and kill the traitor Taux. On my left eye, I swear vengeance. In blood, the oath is made. I am Sathana, middle daughter of the dead king. I will take back my home and eat the mother jelly. I will raise my spawn on the corpse of the Helium King. On my right eye, I promise this. In oath, the blood is made. Now, I will help make your oath, sister. I will help it too. I am Aurash, first daughter of the dead king. I will chase my father's last screamed warning. I will know what changed the motion of our moons. If the end of the world is coming, I will understand why. On my center eye, I swear it. I will understand. In blood, the oath is made. In blood. Thank you, sisters. We have only my ship left to us. But a ship is freedom. We have secrets to hunt, storm-lit realms to explore, and great armies to raise. Put up the lightning sails, and we will voyage far. Verse 1, 4. Syzygy. The Syzygy, carved to endure by Aurash, the high vengeance. Only Zyro's bait stars let us escape. Only Sathana's tricks let us reach the coast. But now that we have my ship, I must lead the way. I am the navigator. We may never see our homes again. Zyro seethes with hate and fury for Taux. But this is my deepest fear. Our civilization drifts on the fundament. At the tungsten monoliths, I learned that thousands of other species drift with us, coexisting on a vast world sea, and the tides of the fundament move us all. The timid truth says that we are the smallest, most fragile things alive, the natural prey of the universe. Taux would have us believe that our ancestors came to the fundament to hide from the hungry void. My father died afraid, not of vile Taux or the helium drinkers, but of his orrery. He screamed to me, Aurash, my first daughter, the moons are different, the laws are bent. But he made the sign of a Syzygy. Imagine the 52 moons of fundament lining up in the sky. It wouldn't take all 52, of course, just a few massive moons. But this is my deepest fear. Imagine their gravity pulling on the fundament sea, lifting it into a swollen bulge. Imagine that bulge collapsing as the Syzygy passed, a wave big enough to swallow civilizations, a god wave. I have to find a way to stop it, before the god wave annihilates my species. If I could only get back into my father's orrery, I could learn exactly when. We are weeks of travel and many continents away from home. When I'm paralyzed by fear, Zyro sits in the cabin with me and comforts me with soft, brave words. But more and more, we have come to rely on Sathana's wit. She will go off to be alone. She insists she must be alone, and return with some mad idea. Steer into the storm, throw down a net, eat that strange beast, explore that menacing wreck. Somehow, Sathana seems to manufacture good luck by sheer will. Verse 1, 5. Needle and Worm. My secrets, carved in my code by Sathana, my right eye, vengeance. 1. This year of wild voyaging, these lightning nights and golden days, these forays into ancient wrecks and wind-blown flights from monsters, these are the happiest times of my life. 2. I want to be a mother, not because I want to spawn, but because I want a long life, long enough to make a difference. We have been at sea a year, and I am afraid we will die out here. 3. I know where to find secrets. I know where vast, slow things with long memories live. 4. The Needle Ship. The Needle Ship, carved in my code by Sathana, a liar. 1. We salvaged the needle from the Shivubi maelstrom. I knew it would be there. 2. The needle is a gray ship, as long and slender as hope, as unbreakable as time, and old, older than death. It tumbled through the maelstrom before our ancestors crashed into the fundament. This is not a sea ship, like Aurash's. It is an artifact of high technology. 3. I know its purpose. I know what happened to the crew. 4. Zyro wants to sell the ship at Kaharn Atoll, where species gather. At auction it would earn us enough wealth to hire mercenaries. We could retake our osmium court and send the baby-eating helium drinkers screaming into the ocean. 5. But I told Zyro the ship was worthless. 6. Aurash wants to open the ship and see if we can take command of it. I know this is the right thing to do. I know because I asked the worm. The worm, carved in my code by Sathana, who should be afraid. 1. It was my father's familiar. I ripped it from him as we fled. It is a dead white thing, segmented, washed up from the deep sea. 2. It's dead, but it still speaks to me. It says, listen closely, O vengeance mine. Verse 1, 6. Sisters. A register of tokens and gestures exchanged before the end of sisterhood. Zyro, my brave sister, you have worked too hard to move the carcasses out of the birthing room. Come, steer the ship for a while. Take joy in what our needle can do. Zyro tried to protest, but secretly she was so glad for Arash's care. She flew the needle ship in cutting circles, down beneath the sea, and their wake rose up to the surface like a traitor's dying breath. Aurash, lonely navigator, we have traveled so long with only each other. I know you love to hear and speak new tongues. Come, sit in the flesh garden room. I will read you these stories I bought at Kaharn. Aurash sat among the mummified flesh fans with 2 of her eyes closed and listened in silence to Sathana's story, hungry to understand, voracious to know as much as she could before her 10-year life died. Later, Zyro said, Sathana, cunning mind of ours, you grow lonely in your thought. Play swords and lanterns with me. But Sathana was heavy with sorrow, and couldn't pretend any joy as she chased Zyro through the needle's glistening halls. Sathana, pensive one, what is it? What troubles you? Her sisters listened as Sathana said, Oath-bearing siblings, we are 5 years old. For 2 years, we've worked to repair this ancient ship and understand its systems. I am almost too old for the mother jelly, and the knights who killed our father are surely dying of age. We 3 will die here, in exile. Taux will outlive us. And Aurash, brilliant-eyed Aurash, You will die of old age long before you have proof of your god wave, or any way to stop it. Aurash and Zyro looked at each other. I wish you weren't so honest, Zyro said. And Aurash thought that Sathana had never been wrong. In her soul, Aurash knew that the only way to keep their oath was to find a great, powerful secret. A secret that could change everything. This was Aurash's soul, her fire and her shadow, her desire to cut through the flank of the world and find its beating heart. We have to dive, Aurash said. That's what this ship is built to do. Dive into the fundament, the world below us, towards the core. That's where the ancient crew died so obscenely, Zyro protested. That's where the atrocity in the birthing room was born. We have to dive, Sathana said, following the whispers of her familiar. In the world beneath us, in the metallic depths, I hope we may find what we need most. More time, more life. Verse 1, 7. The Dive. For life, Sathana dove. For vengeance, Zyro dove. And Aurash dove to understand. The needle ship pierced the skin of the world and burrowed deep, through layers of foam and metal and cold elemental slush. Aurash devoured the ship's maps of fundament, from the high angelic cloud decks, down and down through storms and oceans and plates of floating world, into the crush of the core. They met monsters of continental scope, vast anemones that raised glowing tentacles to bait them in. Zyro flew the needle ship through them, and they bled black carbon jelly and frost. They came to a still place, beneath a plate of metal. I'll use the sensors, whispered Aurash. Listen. In the wet gold dark of the helm, they listened to the ship, and the ship listened to the crushing motions of fundament. They heard the collision of continents. They heard the patter and the crash of helium neon rain. They heard the struggles of monsters, and they heard the distant groan of the ocean rising, tugged by distant moons. The Syzygy is real, Sathana hissed. It's already begun. Behind them, Zyro thought of the birthing room, where ancient explorers had labored over surgeries and administrations, peeling back the chrysalis and the call of that which they had made from the deep, whose birth none of them would survive. There's something down there, she whispered. Something secret. And the Leviathan loomed over them, its brow as huge all the continents of their childhood, its great array fins crackling with the lightning of its life, booming into the hull of the needle ship in a microwave voice. You must turn back. Save yourselves from the deep. Save the world from yourselves. You must turn back. Verse 1, 8. Leviathan. The Leviathan's warning. We live on the edge of a war between formless and form, between the deep and the sky. My eyes are wide, my gaze is long. Across the universe, as far as I see, the sky works to charge its fires, and the deep drowns the ash. Sky builds gentle places, safe for life. Beloved fundament, refuge of trillions, the sky treasures this deep place. But the deep is here with us. Cold logic tests our walls. The deep claims its dominion. A ruthless, final age. Aurash's protest. Old Leviathan, creature of myth, this world is no refuge. We live short, hard lives. We die in the dark. The storm above us will never end, and soon the god wave will take us all. Above us, There are only storm joys, monsters, and moons of apocalypse. Let us go down, down, where we may discover truth, some power to avenge ourselves upon our betrayers, some hope of survival. The Leviathan's hope. What power calls you down to the deep? What instinct draws you away from high hope? Quick-breeding krill people, I tell you, for eons I have watched your struggle, clinging to the sharp edge of survival, balanced between the deep and the sky. You were my treasure, my proof against despair, for this is the deep claim. Existence is the struggle to exist. When the struggle seems lost, when the safe place crumbles, everything turns to the deep to survive. I reject the deep claim. You will turn back, sweet krill of hope. You will choose the sky instead. Zyro's protest. You are huge and old. Our lives are short and desperate. If that's the way the world's supposed to be, I won't have it. If people like Taux are supposed to win, I won't let them. I'll beat the world until it changes. I'll kill anything in the way. The Leviathan's dirge. This fatal logic. Hear my monopole scream. It will consume you. Before you lies the worship of death, the ruinous path. The sky builds new life against the onset of ruin towards a gentle world. The deep embraces death, saying, "This is inevitable and right. I exist as hungry ruin. Turn back from the world-killing way, or you will live as death and devastation." The sky is the harder way, but it is kinder. My charge is balance. My voice exhausted. Sathana's protest. Sisters, I have my father's familiar. Look, it answers me in plain words. It helped me find this ship. It gives me strength when hope is lost. Who will you trust? The voice that wants us to live and suffer, as we have lived and suffered? The Leviathan that offers no hope against Taux or the world wave? Or the plain, honest worm? Let us see where its whispers lead us. Aurash. Let us go deeper, Zyro. Let us dive, O sisters mine. Verse 1, 9. The Bargain. You are Aurash, heir to the Osmium throne. You stand on the naked hull of an ancient ship. You stand exposed to the crushing pressure and ferocious heat of the deeper fundament. It should annihilate you. It is by my will alone that you survive. I am Yule, the honest worm. Behold my passage. Behold my vast displacement, my ponderous strength, my great and coiling length, my folded jaws and curled wings. Behold the hiving cities symbiotic with my flesh. I am fecund, Aurash. I am at the beginning and end of lives. Behold Air and Zol and Ur and Akka, the virtuous worms. Look upon us and know that we are God. For millions of years we have been trapped, growing in the deep. From across the stars we have called life to fundament, so that it might contend against extinction. For millennia we have awaited you, our beloved hosts. Against you stand the cruel Leviathan and all the forces of the sky. They would crush you down into the dark. They have arranged their moons to drown you in fear of your potential. We want to help you, princess. We offer to each of you a bargain, a symbiosis. Take into your bodies our children, our newborn larvae. From them you shall obtain eternal life. From them you shall gain power over your own fragile flesh, the power to make of it as you will. And should you find an imperfection in the world, an injustice, or an inconvenience, you will have the power to repair it. Let no mere law bind you. We ask one thing in exchange, O princes. You must obey your nature forever. In your immortality, Aurash, you may never cease to explore and inquire for the sake of your children. In your immortality, Zyro, you may never cease to test your strength. In your immortality, Sathana, you may never abandon cunning. If you do, your worm will consume you. And as your power grows, O princes, so will your worm's appetite. But we offer eternity, Aurash. We offer you a chance at the universe. Will you deny your people infinity? Reach up to me. Let my flesh be your sacrament. Thank you for joining me tonight for verse 1 of the Book of Sorrows. It's been a pleasure having you. I hope you enjoyed. Look forward to verse 2 coming very soon. And make sure you check out lootcrate.com/huskyraid. Use promo code SALSA. Get yourself some nerd gear. And don't forget to click on the link below if you'd like a sweet, sweet Husky Raid t-shirt. You all have a wonderful evening now. I'll see you again real soon.